Okay, hello. This is Chris Buckle for MarvelChats. Um, we're going to do something new. As you can see behind me, we're discussing She-Hulk, the first episode on the day it premiered. That's like usually I wait a few days until we talk about the newest episode. But on today's episode, we're going to try something new and see if this works out for the time being. Because we will talk and discuss everything about the wild new Marvel series, She-Hulk. Today, I hope to, so we're going to talk about um, Mark hopefully Mark Ruffallo, who had a bigger role than I thought, although we get to see him in his human form full on. We're going to talk about the overall content, how we liked the episode, and our theories or viewpoints on the show going down the line until October. Obviously, we have to wait until we see more characters pop in, like Matt Murdock, the Abomination, uh, but we will talk about the premiere episode and our thoughts in general overall. So sit back, relax, and hello.
Hello. How's it going?
Uh, yeah, I watched it very quick today.
Yeah, I did the same thing. Before
Yeah,
this, that's what I was watching. She-Hulk.
yeah, it was very fast.
Yeah, very
Although,
fast. A lot of information thrown in.
yeah, they said, yeah, it was supposed to be a 30-minute show, and yeah, I mean, it went yeah, it went fast. I'm surprised we got to see a lot more of Mark Ruffalo than we did. As I said,
Yeah,
my opening intro obeyed very little because he is in his human form for about like a minute or two, then he goes back to smart talk.
yeah. I totally felt the same vibe too. And like seeing like Mark Ruffalo, aka Bruce Banner, aka Smart Hulk, we only saw like a good strong 2 minutes maybe, and that was it. But like they really like threw out a lot of information and given up like 37 minutes. I was hoping for a little bit longer than 30 minutes, and boom, yes,
Yeah, me too. It's in my notes, I'll jump to them, but it seemed to me like the finale kind of moved very quickly into the next episode. Um,
yeah, it did not take long with the first act, the second act, and the third act, especially with the exposition too, because that exposition went very fast and very quick and get to the level where they needed to be in their storyline.
yeah, but I mean, it kind of almost reminded me of Deadpool a little with the fourth, breaking the fourth wall a little.
Yeah, I haven't I seen a little bit of Daredevil here and there, but not enough to talk about it. But like when she broke the fourth wall, She did it very subtle and very quick at the same time. It didn't seem pushed at all. She knew that her story was like a fictional story. It was that if she knew she was who she was talking to, like to the audience.
Right. Yeah, so yeah, so uh hopefully let me get down there. I did, yeah, noticed fourth wall like at the beginning while she was setting it up, and then yeah, it flashes back to a few months ago. Well, actually, the fourth wall break at first was uh, kind of like a joke, because basically she's awaiting her kind of spiel that she's doing for the judge and Joy to like people in the room, and then she breaks out into the actual first wall break. So the first wall break we got was kind of a little bit of a almost like backhanded jokes on you almost, if I'm saying it right.
Yeah, I felt the same vibe watching this. Same vibe too.
And yeah, then yeah, I wrote after it the Steve Rogers theory, which has a terrific payoff in the uh in
Extra credit
credits.
scene. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that I've never seen in a Marvel series before, where it establishes something and then we wait till the end credits and early on in the series for the big payoff.
Yeah, the setups and the payoffs from the setups in this episode was really good. Even cracking that joke about Steve Rogers and the post credit scene.
Yeah, and we knew she was going to say that word, but Disney cut it off at the appropriate time. Yeah, if it was like on Paramount Plus or Netflix, they might have finished it off. Then Small Talk would say some smart-alecky comment, but yeah, they did it very wonderfully.
Yeah, very quick too.
Yeah.
Very quick.
So yeah, like yeah, and then yeah, we got introduced to like the spaceship, and then the blood transfusion, which she becomes the She-Hulk, and yeah, like that. Uh, Basically, it was almost like a fully sequential. The episode was like fully sequential montage training sequence almost.
Yeah, I felt the same vibe too, which they really did really good job on the training montage. I like how Smart Hulk was teaching Jen like the ways of the Hulk and like how to control her abilities. They really good. Like we really saw a good variety of montage shots of that.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, she was almost in denial the whole time about uh, being a superhero, where all she wants to do is become a lawyer and pay off her school debts.
Yeah, and have try to have like somewhat of a normal life while having these Hulk powers.
Yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, but Iron Man and like every other superhero tries to do Iron Man, um, Spider Man, Pete, yeah,
Hero's journey. Yeah, she's
yeah,
already starting off with her hero's journey of like denying, like, I don't want this. I get it. I'm a Hulk inside, but like I rather have my normal life as a lawyer, and I got this going on. I got this going on. The last thing I need is these powers. And
yeah,
we're going. I feel like we're going to see the evolution of that within the episodes.
yeah, yeah, and then yeah, She doesn't want to use the Hulk's powers, but she does end up using it at the end, which, like I said, was a bit of a forced ending, but it kind of brought her background on that arc. I can see it now.
Yeah, I'm the same way too. I felt like the ending was kind of like abrupt. It
Yeah,
was like not there was an ending, but not really an ending. I'm feeling that when the next episode comes out, we'll see like the continuation of the last scene. But like it very went the ending didn't have much of an ending. It felt like to be continued kind of feel.
right. Yeah, I thought, yeah, like to be continued, or if it was like part one of a 2 hour like premiere, which you see.
Yeah. I feel
Yeah,
like there was extra there were other scenes to that ending, and I feel like I bet they were like, let's change the ending on this than our original thought. I
yeah,
felt like there was a conversation on the ending on that one. I don't know why, but it's just a feeling.
yeah, but I mean, they're gonna tie like the Sicilian ship that they hit, they're gonna tie it in back later, because even the Hulk mentions it during the training montage sequence. And he was surprised a little that uh, Jen does not like Hulk out like he does. She has normal personality when she's in her green skin.
Yeah, it seemed like she was more put together. Maybe is the phrase I'm like searching for, but seemed like she accepted it really quicker. Thinking that Bruce was thinking, oh, she's going to have like a split personality of like she Hulk, the Hulkness hulks out versus having this subconscious id battle in her head, but she didn't have any of that at all.
Yeah, and I did, yeah, like that while she's in the cage with the spinning circular blades and
Blades, yeah.
yeah. Boys, are you trying to kill me? And then I also like that boy does the air horn into ear.
Yeah, I thought that was for a comedic affair, but like that paid well with the blowhorn.
Yeah, yeah, ab- absolutely. Did you have to do
For
that?
comedy.
Oh, comedy effect, absolutely.
For comedy affair, absolutely. Seemed like he was enjoying with the blowhorn just to wake her up.
Yeah, and then yeah, I like the whole montage sequence, and then the thing about as Hulks, we consume as much alcohol as we want, but we don't get a hangover from it. And
There's pros and cons being a Hulk, but the pros is you can drink as much liquor as you want, and yet you won't get drunk. But later it pays off well when she has that big Hulk hangover.
yeah, yeah, so yeah, but spell done. Let me see where I took my notes. Um, we get an explanation as to what happened to him before and a little bit after Endgame or the blip, um, which I thought was very well handled in the clothing, um, with like the prototype bracelet. Or
Yeah,
yeah,
the timeline of it from like Endgame to the point where we see Bruce now in connection with Jen's story. We really see that what happened in that given period of time.
yeah, we could fill in the gaps a little bit onto what happened to Bruce, um, like after the scene in the Infinity War where he refuses to Hulk out to just becoming small Hulk in Endgame. And I wrote down a little, there were like little references by our efforts to like the other Avengers movie, and then Thor Ragnarok, well, he's in space. So that was well established within the timeline.
Yeah, and they answered those questions. She was like, "Whatever happened to Hulk during the events or after? Where does the story fit in?" They really like answer that really quickly.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Okay. And I also like the she references a Pixar movie in there, Inside Out, which was a good reference point. Didactic behavior therapy training mentors. Let's see, we got the denial from superhero life, and then we have the two Hulks fighting, which was a well done scene.
Yeah, the visuals were cool in that. When Jennifer and Bruce were like fighting against Hulk to Hulk, they
Yeah,
really like showed the action sequences really cool. It didn't, the visuals didn't seem watered down at all. I felt like it was really cool.
yeah, because a lot of people, I mean, before when the first trailer came out, they thought the CGI was a little bit off.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Seeing the first preview, I'm thinking this look the visual seems kind of off, but at the same time, I feel like at the time when they were making that first trailer, they had so much to work with, and they were like, "Hey, we got this due date. We gotta get this trailer out." I felt like the trailer was kind of like incomplete at the time,
Yeah,
but
because
now we like see a better version of the She-Hulk in this first episode.
yeah, because in a lot of like teaser trailers I watched, I mean, I do understand that uh, nearly all of the visual effects are done at that point. Um, but it gave us like a little taste of the road that She-Hulk's going down, which is kind of more in the line of, I would say, WandaVision being more of that comedic route than the straight up drama. And obviously,
Yeah,
Hawkeye did some of the comedy effort, but yeah. So WandaVision, Hawkeye, and I think that's it. Maybe Loki, but yeah,
this feels like a lighter affair. It seems like with Hawkeye and WandaVision, I
yeah,
feel I could be wrong on this. I feel like they could be like setting a certain age demographics between like 25 to 45 people or like 35 to 55 of age of people. I feel like this they make this a little lighter that way almost everyone can watch this versus having a like doom and gloom and dramatic show.
yeah. And then, yeah, like I said, yeah, we got uh, Tatiana, which will is really quick, but I think they're setting her up for like later episodes. Because, like I said, it went really quick with that fight at the end.
Yeah,
In the
it went
club.
very quick.
Yeah,
And like her friend was like motivating her, was like, "Go ahead, Hulk out now, because we needed you right now." There was that
yeah,
little nudge.
yeah, and then yeah, I like the yeah. Then I got nice payoff for the Captain America tidbit at the Stino, and then I mean that's it with my notes, and then yeah, overall I included a little on the backstory, but quick on finale, um, which is the yeah overall synopsis that I come up with. Um, but yeah, I hope it goes down the lines in episode 2 because there's a lot of characters that I mean, more we haven't been introduced to Daredevil yet. We haven't been introduced to Abomination yet. Um, Yeah, so there's a lot of characters that could come and play here.
Oh yeah, for sure. Even cameos too. Because I'm about like there'll be like bigger cameos from big MCU characters in this. But like on that answer. But
Yeah,
like Daredevil, I'm kind of curious. And Daredevil and Abomination when they will appear in the series. Will it be the second, third, fourth? Which one? You know?
yeah, yeah. It'll be weird to see how that plays out. Um, Let me like She-Hulk down the line. I I mean, well, one thing I really enjoyed the the lawyer drawing end credit sequence at the end.
Yeah, the end credit sequence I like too. It really showed like the art and like the effect of it. I thought they did a really good job with the credits and showing that like the background scene as the credits is rolling. I
Yeah,
feel like they did really cool, good job on the animation front and the visuals for that.
yeah. So I mean, yeah. So that's a wrap on She-Hulk episode 1. Sorry, I got a little fog brained after the thing that's in my hand on the connection is unstable. Um, uh, but
Gotcha.
but yeah, episode 2. Let's see, episode 2 of being like class. So I hope to watch it on every Thursday. Before I start my homework and stuff.
Gotcha.
So, I mean,
I'm excited. Sorry.
yeah,
Go ahead.
I don't know what my schedule is going to be like, or your schedule is going to be like, but yeah,
We'll
yeah,
figure it out.
yeah, I'll figure it out. I just gonna post Moon Knight and then She-Hulk uh, today, and Uh, like I said, this is the first time we're talking about it on premiere, same day premiere as the show itself. So, um, and I don't know if this is going to be the format or not, but yeah, I'm excited for uh, to see what the rest of She-Hulk goes through October.
I'm excited. They got a good strong start for this first episode. It was
Yeah,
more like the setup for the series because, like most often, it's like the series when they
yeah,
do a series, the
yeah,
first episode is all exposition a little bit, and they show a little bit of storytelling. But I feel like this episode is going to set up a bigger, grander scale for She-Hulk at the same time to tie in with the bigger MCU movies.
yeah. Yeah, so all right. So until next week with episode 2, I'll talk to you later. Marvel out, man.
Marvel out, episode 2.
All right. If it all goes to plan, um, we're gonna do episode 2 next week. Um, so next week will be episode 2, episode 3, episode 4, or down the line until October. October probably on the 15th, if I'm right, with the final episode, and then we'll probably take a break, and then the Halloween, we're doing the Halloween special, so that'll be our September, October. So until I see you next time, this is Chris Walker. Uh, And if you want to talk about She-Hulk or what you like about the first episode, you can comment below. And I'll see you guys next week. Marvel out.